Welcome everybody to another Season 2 matchup. This time it is going to be Iron Phoenix versus DarkSide, as we are getting everybody into the lobby right now. So DarkSide and Iron Phoenix have been around for a while, a couple of reformations, a couple of logo changes. I think DarkSide has a skin. I don't think IP has a skin yet because they are just newly reformed. They went away for a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a look at the lineups for tonight. On Iron Phoenix's side, we have Clifton Harler, Eli Rampage, Good, Bad, Ugly, Hooks, Baby Fart, DK, Metcalf, and Crush. I think two of those names should be a little bit different, but that's what was sent to me, so I put it in. And on DarkSide, we got Handsome, Revan, Obi-Wan, Emp, Clutch Bucket, Darth Maul, and Jar Jar. So this matchup should actually be a pretty good matchup, with IP getting quite a few of their players back to reform. And we'll just give it a second for everybody to load in. Got all 14. Let's go. Let's see. We should have, yes, we do. IP always goes with the blackout colors, so that's basically their uniform right now. We've already known that. And then got DS's skin, basically a Darth Maul skin. That up, ready to go. Switch this over now. That ready? We'll see who is going to start off with this ball first. And it is going to be DarkSide starting off with the ball first. DarkSide will be blue side and IP will be red. And on the return, sliding it very close to the edge, getting it past the 30 all the way to the 33. Let me move my you guys don't hear that click clack. And first play rolling right, looking for the run, cutting it back up the middle, only gaining 3 yards on the play. But I do expect a little bit more throws from these teams rather than when I was casting Alien games. So I doubt we'll see too many runs. I mean, we'll still see runs throughout the game, but probably going to see more shorter passes than take run than trying to go for the deep ball. Good movement by Handsome to get out to that edge. Throwing it across the field, and he finds Emp. Getting that first down after a gain of 26 yard throw. Yeah. Running out to his left, a huge chip block, leak play. Emp getting the ball again, almost getting that first down with the slide. DarkSide driving down this field very quickly. Rolling to his left, he gets that edge and gets the first down. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. The DarkSide decided to do with this. They're going to try to take another run to shorten up this field. No. Throwing it towards the... Oh, and that is picked. I believe... No. Emp gets that. I thought that was picked. How did he reach that one? I saw 3 IP members there. Handsome, nowhere to go with it this time. Handsome rolling to his left. Looking end zone. Going corner, but there's only IP players there. A miscommunication between Handsome and Emp. Emp tried to cut back in, which he did get the separation, but he threw corner. Handsome going to go for the run, and he finds the touchdown. And that is going to give the early lead to DarkSide. And after two questionable throws, they do find the end zone. Let's see if they can keep one up through the uprights, and that is up and good. So DarkSide take a 7-0 lead with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Now it's IP's turn. Retaliate. DK Metcalf getting tackled at the 20. Handsome not getting blocked, really. I mean, with how he was trying to return it, he gave leverage to the tackler, not the guy who was blocking. Clifton making his roll, going back to the left, not really finding much, and he throws this one out of bounds, making sure it was high enough that maybe his player could make a play on it, but definitely not short enough for DS. Ball to his left, faking, and he goes right into the defender. Jar Jar getting the sack right there. And now it is already 3rd and 16. It was right. Throwing to the leak. He finds Hooks. Hooks trying to get to that first down. He can't. 4th and 6 after a gain of 10. And already with a possible 3 and out for IP. He gonna go in. Imp gets the pick. He makes the diving interception. 2 IP players were there, but Imp undercuts the route. And now DS looking to go up by 2 scores. And rolling to his left, stepping into the pocket, going right side, and he can't find Revan in the back corner. It looks like DS really just wants to go for a couple of the quick scores. Handsome going corner, and he has them. Jar Jar with the touchdown. And that kick goes up and through the uprights. And DarkSide taking a 2-possession lead, up 14-0 early on in this game. Forcing IP to go to a 4th down on the first drive and then throwing a pick. And again, good tackle right there. Jar Jar hitting Clifton Harler, only allowing them to get to the 26. We're usually seeing returns go to at least the 28, 29. Across the center of the field, Revan was lurking there, but he finds Eli Rampage. Clifton running it up the gut, and he finds room, and he gets it all the way to the 49 after a 15-yard run. Now can IP recover after throwing that early interception, going for another run? So it looks like they're trying to play a little bit more conservative. They don't want to, I'm guessing they don't want to throw too much, seeing how they got that pick early on in their first drive. Taking another run. It is working for them, so driving down the field with runs, I mean, it works the same way as passing it, but the run is more likely to get stopped. Could have hooks, but he throws it just too far to the right. If he throws that a little bit earlier and gets it to the sideline, Hooks definitely has the catch there. Or at least the leverage. Clifton standing in the pocket. He has time now, having to back up. Everybody's on the same side. And he's going to throw this one away. He had too many players for his receivers lined up on the left side. So all the routes just converged onto one side and didn't allow him to find anybody open because all the defenders just could go there. And he has Hooks. Throw it to Hooks. What are you doing? Why would you take that sack? You had Hooks wide open. Now Clifton having to drop back, getting through, and he throws it to the right. But that is going to be a turnover, way too short. He had Hooks in the end zone on the play before that, yet he didn't throw it to him. He was wide open. Hooks needed to have been yelling at him to throw it to him. And Handsome takes a 4-yard run. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter, with DarkSide leading 14-0. IP definitely had a chance there to at least lessen the score difference. And Crush God getting the bat down right there. Handsome rolling to his right. Now dropping back, throwing the comeback to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan gets the first down. And Good Bad Ugly is going to get the tackle. Now all DS really have to do is just drain some clock, drive it down the field. Even if they don't score a touchdown, they can just kick a field goal. Obi-Wan making the catch again, getting some more yak, getting that first down again. IP is overcommitting a little bit when the ball is thrown. They're trying to get that pick to turn the game around, but it's allowing, once DS gets a catch, it allows them to get yards after it. And Revin gets the ball, and he finds a lane. And that is exactly what I was saying. They make the catch, and it looks like they have him contained, but they overcommitted on trying to get the interception, that it allows DS to just get 10 to 15 more yards than they have any right to get. Like, you don't need to play suicide defense right now. What you need is a stop. And that is going to be an easy throw to the end zone for DS again. And they go up by 3 possessions. This might be turning into a blowout. And that goes up and through. 21-0 very early on in this second quarter. And yeah, Alto, that's what I'm thinking as well. You got to throw in the towel. Clifton moving around, getting it to the 26 or 27, pardon me. Alu, what with the scoreboard? I think the score's right. Is there a problem? Clifton dropping back, looking for the leak, and that is picked. Handsome gets the pick, and I saw that pick coming from a mile away. As soon as Handsome let go of the ball, I saw, not Handsome. As soon as Clifton let go of the ball, I saw Handsome just hawking that one. Handsome now looking for end zone. And it gets picked right back. Face pick from DK Metcalf. Clifton rolling to the right. Gonna go deep downfield into double coverage. And he finds Eli Rampage. I thought Obi-Wan had over the top right there. But he allowed Eli Rampage to get around him. Clifton trying to get away from the pressure. He does for the moment. They need to get a couple blocks. And he throws it to Hooks. Hooks gets the first down. A little bit more. And he gets it inside the 10. An IP knocking on the door for the first time in this game. Clifton running it for 3 yards. 2nd and goal. Clifton rolling to his left. Getting under pressure. Into the center. And he finds Eli Rampage for the touchdown. And Iron Phoenix get their first points on the board. And that goes up and through. After throwing a pick that I thought possibly could have been returned for a TD, they get a pick right back and they end up scoring on that drive. It could be just what they need to kickstart their offense and get back into this game. But we'll see if DS can recover from throwing that face pick. They weren't really playing bad at all, but it was just an unlucky face pick that happened to him. Handsome throwing to his right, and he finds Obi-Wan for a 5-yard comeback. Handsome running it up the right side. He does find the first down. So I believe IP is going to get the ball back during the second half. So if I'm DS, I still want to score here, because the 2-possession lead can easily turn into only a 1-possession lead. If you, I believe there is a disconnection, so this play will still count. And they may pause after this. Handsome on the run. He dives forward, getting 14. So there is one disconnection, I believe. Yes, Clifton is DC'd right now currently. Or Crush God is DC'd. So they are going to pause. So that is IP's first pause. So they get 2 more. And the play is going to start, I believe. And Handsome will just throw this one into the ground. It did kind of start unevenly on that one. So they allow them to just lose it down. Metcalf not able to find the sack. Going to go to the right side. And he finds Emp deep down the field. 35-yard pass. Getting it inside the red zone, and DS looking to score right before halftime. So that loss of down did not matter to them at all. Getting a good chip block. Handsome might look to the left side to Revan. No, he's going to try to run up the middle, and he gets sacked for a 6-yard loss by Metcalf. Handsome rolling to his left side. Trying to look something end zone. Gonna go left corner. And he finds Emp. Getting DS another touchdown. Going back up by 3 possessions. And that is exactly what DS wanted to do right before halftime. Getting that 3-possession lead right back. They do allow 26 seconds for IP to try and do something. And we will have 10 seconds to look at the scoreboard at halftime. So I will pull that up then. Metcalf looking for some room. He does get it to the 29 this time. I believe that is the best starting field position for IP after a kick return in this game. Clifton staying in pocket. Backing up really far. Going to throw left side. Slightly overthrown. Emp almost there to get the pick. 14 seconds left to go. You're going to have to try and get it to about the 45. That way, even if you can't step up fully, you can still get it to the end zone. Clifton looking left. Gonna take the run. And he dives out of bounds a little too early. He has 7 seconds left to go. If you dive just straight forward to the first down, it does allow you to get closer to that end zone. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and they do get out of bounds. Good job by Eli Rampage to get out of bounds right there. They did have a timeout ready to stop the clock anyway. And they're gonna go 4-man blocking. Throwing that way too early. And that will end halftime. So, Handsome with 208 yards over the air, 32 over the ground, throwing for 4 touchdowns. Or throwing for 3 touchdowns, running in for 1. And then you have Clifton Harler, 125 yards with 1 touchdown thrown. DK Metcalf going to be on the return this time. And not really able to go anywhere, only getting to the 25. See what Clifton can do with this one. Throwing it middle, and he finds Hooks. Throwing some dangerous passes. I know Hooks was in front right there. And he did lead Hooks on that play, but I mean, these are... IP has been throwing some dangerous throws, and sometimes it just has not worked out for them. Clifton looking around, stepping up into the gap. He's going to get that first, trying to dodge some people, but Handsome is there to make the tackle after a 3-yard gain. They do get the first down, but not really much there, even though he had a lot of wide open field. All he had to do was make Handsome miss. Oh, and Clifton under a lot of pressure, but he gets away from it and takes the run, getting tackled from behind by Darth Maul after a gain of 4. Clifton rolling to his right, getting under pressure again. And that is face picked by Clutch Bucket. And DS is gonna start running away with this, I'm guessing. And that is the 3rd pick for DS today, each going to a different person. And Handsome now looking end zone. Gonna go middle of the end zone, overthrown for Emp. But now that you got a 3-possession lead and you know IP's not going to get a ball back for a halftime thing, I would be playing a little bit more conservatively, and that is why, because you threw an interception allowing IP to get some life back into them. If you just try to run this or take some shorter plays, you run out that clock, and then you can put more points on the board with a field goal, making it a 4-possession game. Well, actually, no, it would still be a 3-possession game, but deep downfield, and that is picked right back after IP gets the pick to try to give them some life. He throws a pick right back to Handsome. Handsome making up for his earlier mistake. Now he just has a whole bunch of field to run out clock with. All he has to do is just take the runs. A 1-yard gain after that. Handsome rolling to his left. 4-man rush, but they're not really putting that much pressure on him. And he finds Emp. Emp able to stand up, but gets tackled after that gain of 17. And Handsome going to run up the center, getting 5 yards on that play. Handsome rolling to his right, staying close to the pocket. Gonna go end zone. He has a man over the top, and he finds Obi-Wan for another touchdown. And your score now is 34-7, about to be 35-7. That goes up and through. And IP is just about done. They definitely need to get something going on this drive. Now, like, they've been basically playing it all game, but now is when you go all for nothing. Well, all or nothing. It's, you have to start playing suicide defense now, which they were before, which ended up costing them because DS scored a lot with the overcommits, and that is overthrown for Eli Rampage. I mean, you have to go deep downfield. I mean, the shorter plays can get you there, but it's going to take too long. Especially now that you're in the third quarter, down by 4 possessions. I mean, it's not looking good. You got to go deep downfield and hope you find something. And that is not able to find Eli Rampage right there. He had hooks over the top, but he had also, I think, Crush God crossing with hooks right there. So it brought the defender over and allowed him to cover. And that, can he catch it? No, and is turned over, in IP turned the ball over after having 2 players open down the field. One ended up getting covered by another receiver's defender, and that one was just overthrown. And Handsome going end zone, and that is also overthrown. So Emp really doing a lot this game with 7 receptions, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Doing a lot for DarkSide. Handsome not taking the run. Looking for a pass. And he's going to go short. That is picked by Hooks. That was way too short. I don't know what he was thinking for that throw. And Hooks making some moves, getting it all the way back to the 49. Maybe the game's not over yet. Both QBs have made quite a few mistakes. Clifton rolling to his left, throwing it short to Good, Bad, Ugly, who makes the grab, getting that first down for a gain of 11. Clifton rolling to his right, gonna go down the field, sideline, severely overthrown for Eli Rampage. Clifton backing up, trying to step back up, getting a little bit of room, finds the open man. Good, Bad, Ugly getting the catch inside the 10. Bringing it down to the 6. And Clifton bringing up the gut for 2 yards. 2nd and goal. 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Clifton rolling to his left, trying to find back of the end zone for good, bad, ugly, but not able to get there. Clifton finding some time, corner, and that is going to be picked by Obi-Wan. And right when you think IP is about to do something good, they throw it away. And Handsome runs it up the center, 3 yards. DS backing up, and that is a safety. Crush God getting a safety right there. And now IP get the ball back. Handsome held onto the ball way too long. DK Metcalf going to be on the return. He needs a good return here to give his team some life, but only getting to the 25. 4 minutes left to go in this game. Your score is 35-9 in favor of DarkSide. Clifton finding some time, going across the center. He finds good, bad, ugly. 45-yard line. I think you need to take an end zone shot right here. I think you have to. Throwing it to the left side. Good, bad, ugly. Not able to come up with it. If you're able to step back up to the line, I think you gotta throw it up to Eli Rampage against Obi-Wan. I think that's your best option. Throwing a left side hooks. Makes the grab. Getting that first down after a gain of 13. If you can put Eli Rampage or Hooks just on a 1v1 situation. 2 missed dives. Clifton getting some time. Moving to the right side. Throwing it right. Finding Eli Rampage for a gain of 6. Then good, bad, ugly on an in route right here, and Hooks on a corner. Give him that chance. And they send them in the same place. Clifton nowhere to go because Hooks and Eli Rampage both ended up in the same place. So 2 defenders are in the same area. Clifton running up the right side, getting 5 yards and a first down. 1st and 10 with under 3 minutes left to go. This drive is taking a little too long. Clifton staying pocket. Going left side instead of over to Hooks. Hooks had a step on Handsome. If he throws that early as Hooks is making his cut, I think Hooks is able to get that one. Clifton going corner. And it is overthrown for Eli. Clifton does get the first down, keeping the drive alive. Screen to Eli. Eli finding some room, getting 5 yards. They're going to be probably playing quarters. Send Crush God on a leak here for a post route. They send DK Metcalf. Going right side. He has a man, but it's overthrown again. How many overthrows are we going to see this game? Clifton dropping back. And throws this one away. Making it 4th and 5. Will another IP drive end? They are right there. All they have to do is just throw it into the end zone and not overthrow it. He has Hooks on a step, and he finds Hooks, getting the touchdown. But it seems to be too little too late. They're going to go for 2. And I don't even know who that was to. Down by 20, so it is still a 3-possession game. And returned all the way to the 32 by Revan. And it's suicide defense. So, I mean, you blitz 4, and you have one-on-ones with the receivers and corners. Because you got to stop the run, which Handsome gets 4 on that one. But you have to stop the run here. You can't let them get a first down off the runs. If they get a first down off runs, the game's going to be over. I mean, it is basically over already, but now over the top, missing that throw. Handsome overthrows Eve. That was that a leak to Darth Maul? I don't think it was. Handsome dropping back, 4-man rush. And they find Revan. Revan does get the first down. So now I expect to see maybe 1 to 2 more pass plays from Handsome to try to get another first. And then I'm almost guaranteeing a run play. Obi-Wan loses 3 yards on that. So 2nd and 13. Handsome rolling to the left side. Going down the field. And he finds Emp for a huge first down. And I think DS want to get 1 more score in. Handsome rolling to his left. Not really anybody open. Gonna go center of the field. He finds Obi-Wan, who makes the catch and gets into the end zone. 3 people from IP in the area, and none of them able to tackle him. And DS is gonna go for 2 points. Left side. And that is picked off by Clifton. Clifton on the return. Clifton looking for some room, and he gets pushed into Darth Maul. Metcalf trying to make some people miss. He makes 1 miss, 2 miss. Oh, but he runs into the guy who already dove. He gets it to the 32. Now IP are just probably looking for some garbage time points right here. Lessen the sting. And that is a pick right to Emp. IP is down bad. Oh, man. DS is going to be able to run up this score. 50 seconds left to do so. Handsome, plenty of time. Not really under that much pressure. Able to step up all the way to the line. Crossbody throw. He finds Jar Jar, who dives back. So they only gain 5. Handsome with a comeback to Jar Jar. A dangerous throw because there was some people in the area. But Jar Jar did a good job at coming back to the ball and diving for it. Handsome rolling to his left, staying close to the pocket. Now finding the edge, backing up, and overthrows the ball just out of the end zone. I think they were just going for a second chance there. And some rolling to the left. Staying center of the field. Stepping back up. Making one miss. He might take the run. DK misses twice. End zone shot. And he finds Emp. And that goes up and through. Making your final score going to be 48-15. They are kicking it down the center of the field, so possibility for a return touchdown. Which, decent blocks, but he's having to back up. Not the right direction. Clifton not able to get through, so your final score is going to be 48-15. I'll let the scoreboard pop up for you guys so you can see the final stats. Minus Crush God, who loses his stats from, I believe, first quarter and 3 minutes into the second quarter. So let's take a look at the stats real quick before we move on to final score and last thoughts. Let's start off with IP Clifton Harler, 17 for 38, 251 yards, 31 rushing yards, 8 blocks, 5 tackles, 2 touchdown throws. He also did throw 6 picks. Good, bad, ugly, getting 73 yards, receiving with 4 receptions, 1 pick. Stimp, but let's keep focusing on the receivers for now. So Eli Rampage, 110 yards with 8 receptions and a touchdown. Eli Rampage, of course, getting the most targets out of everybody there. He is their main receiver. Hooks, 5 receptions for 68 yards, 1 pick and 1 touchdown. He could have had another touchdown, at least another touchdown, when he was wide open early on in the game. DK Metcalf getting 1 sack, 4 tackles, 67 blocks. Crush God, 1 safety, 1 sack, and a tackle, 43 blocks. And Dimp, not really doing much, only getting 3 tackles with 57 blocks. On DS side, we have Handsome, 21 of 32. Decent showing on the completion percentage. 354 yards through the air, 31 on the ground. 2 picks himself, and 7 touchdowns. He threw 3 picks during the game. 1 was a face pick, and 2, I think, were just poorly thrown. But not really much consequence as they were leading by quite a bit when he did throw those. Emp getting 180 yards on 9 receptions with 2 picks and 3 touchdowns. I think Emp would definitely get player of the game today. I mean, 180 yards, 2 picks and 3 touchdowns. Just that's crazy. Obi-Wan, 92 yards with 7 receptions, 1 touchdown, or 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Revan with 40 yards and 2 receptions. Jar Jar, 42 yards and 3 receptions and a touchdown. Also getting 2 sacks. Clutch Bucket has 1 pick and 2 tackles. Yeah, the only sacks, there were only 4 sacks this game, which is very low compared to most other games. You usually see around 6 to 8 sacks a game. So only 4, that's rather low. So I guess we'll just move on to the final thoughts of the game. DarkSide beating IP rather convincingly, 48-15. DarkSide, they looked good, but they made quite a few mistakes, so I don't think they'll get away with that with a higher caliber team. IP, I mean, it was a lot of mistakes. Like, Handsome, or no, not Handsome. Well, how they were trying to deal with Handsome, I mean, it wasn't really working. They weren't really getting a lot of pressure on him. Defensively, I mean, the overcommits on early throws, it just did not work out for them. They basically played suicide defense at the beginning of the game when they were tied. And that just allowed DarkSide to move down the field pretty quickly and get early scores. As for offensively, Clifton Harler, I mean, a lot of overthrows. Not able to find many of the open receivers that were out on the field. I mean, Hooks, I think, got open quite a few times during that game, and he just decided not to throw to him. Especially when, I'm still thinking back to that one play when I think they were only down by 2 possessions at the time, which would have brought them down to 1 possession, is Hooks running a post route that ends up going into a corner, and he was just wide open. Wide. I mean, like, no one within 10 yards of him. 5 to 10 yards. And if Clifton just throws that one up, I mean, even if it's behind, even if it's short, Hooks should be able to get there and just hold the position. But, I mean, it's too little, too late. You can always go back, watch, and see what you got to do next time. But it was kind of rough watching the offense try to work, because they got down the field at times too. They were driving down, but it would just end up short. Pick in the end zone, overthrows I think a turnover, with the throw that ended up being short of the first down. But I think that's gonna do it for me. I don't believe there's another game on right now. Maybe let me go ahead and do this. Wow, a lot of you thought IP were gonna win this game. So DarkSide is gonna win the game. That prediction goes through. We're gonna go ahead and raid. We're gonna raid Soup. I believe he is covering Huntsman and Title. So let's go ahead and do that raid. Again, thank you guys all for joining me, and I will see you guys on the field next time.